If you've opened your retirement statements recently and thought, I'm ruined, you are not alone. The comments on my videos lately say it all. People are worried. And I've felt that same knot in my stomach. My own portfolio is down 15% right now. But here's what's interesting. I'm sleeping just fine. Today, I'm sharing the exact system keeping me grounded during all of this chaos. A battle-tested approach refined over 2,000 years ago that cuts through financial noise when market experts contradict each other. I call it the Stoic advantage, and it's about to completely transform how you handle market uncertainty forever. Now, I know what you're thinking. Ancient philosophy? I need practical financial advice, not philosophical mantras. That's exactly what I thought too, until I discovered this isn't about philosophy or passive acceptance. It's about making better decisions precisely when everyone else is losing their minds. When Warren Buffett says, be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful, he's channeling Stoic thinking whether he realizes it or not. Let me ask you something. What if market downturns aren't disasters at all? What if they're actually opportunities in disguise? Think of retirement challenges as training weights. When you lift weights, what happens? You get stronger. These market downturns can build financial resilience when you face them in this way. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to take you through 3 Stoic principles that have completely transformed my relationship with retirement uncertainty. These aren't just philosophical ideas. They're practical tools I'm using right now in this market. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to use them too. If you apply what I'm about to share, you'll stop being a victim of market movements and start being the architect of your response. Let's dive into principle 1, the control divide, focusing only on what's yours to fix. I don't know when this market drop will end. No one does. But I do know this. Every retirement plan faces 2 types of challenges. Things we can't control, like market swings, inflation, global events, and things we can control, like our spending, our strategy, and our mindset. The Stoics had a simple rule. Focus only on what's yours to fix. Let me show you how you can apply this right now. When I face my own retirement anxiety, I create what I call a control divide. It's a simple exercise that really changed everything for me. Take out a sheet of paper and draw a line down the middle. On the left, list all retirement factors you can control. On the right, list what you absolutely cannot control. Then ask yourself, where am I spending most of my mental energy? Here's what happens. The left side, just background noise. The right side, this is your actual power. I discovered how powerful this can be in my own life. My portfolio is tanking right now. Like I said, I'm down 15%. Instead of panicking, I focus exclusively on what I can control. Reviewing my buckets of cash and investments, tightening my spending, and spending quality time with my friends. Remember, market downturns aren't financial problems. They're emotional problems with financial consequences. While others are emotionally selling at the bottom, my focus on the controllable allows me to sleep at night. The peace that comes from this simple practice is amazing. You stop being a victim of market movements and start being the architect of your response. That's the Stoic advantage, clarity over chaos. Let me ask you, have you ever sold investments during a downturn and regretted it later? I know I have. And that's exactly what this next principle helps prevent. Principle 2, negative visualization. Instead of fearing the worst, Stoics practiced premeditado malorum, contemplating worst case scenarios to defang them. Here's how it works for retirement. Ask yourself, if the market drops another 20%, what's my plan? If I'm forced to retire earlier than expected, what's my backup? This isn't pessimism, it's preparation. The lesson? Disaster rehearsals make real disasters feel smaller. You dramatically reduce the emotional impact when they actually occur. And you ensure you're adequately prepared with contingency plans. I started doing this 6 months before my retirement, just to be sure I was really ready. Every Sunday night, I'd take a few minutes and ask myself, what if the market dropped 30% tomorrow? What would my first 3 actions be? How would my lifestyle adjust? It reduced my overall anxiety, and it showed me that even in my worst case scenarios, I still had options. This helped me set up my savings and investments in ways that would give me peace of mind if those actual scenarios happened. And here's what's fascinating. When you regularly practice seeing the worst that could happen in this way, you also develop a deeper appreciation for what you already have. Principle 3, the opportunity in adversity, the heart of amor fati. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. The core concept of amor fati, loving your fate, even the hard parts. What does this mean in market terms? Down markets mean cheaper shares for those with dry powder. Forced frugality reveals spending leaks you'd otherwise ignore. Unplanned pauses can become creative chapters. For me, I started writing during the 2020 drop. This isn't toxic positivity, it's strategic reframing. This principle transformed my own approach to retirement. Instead of seeing market volatility as something to fear, I now see it as the very mechanism that creates opportunity. Market downturns, opportunities to acquire assets at discount prices. Forced early retirement, a chance to rediscover neglected passions. Financial setbacks, revealers of your true resilience and creativity. Now, I'm not making light of these situations. They can be life-changing for sure. But I am challenging you to think of them differently. Here's what I mean. Imagine being forced to retire 5 years earlier than planned due to corporate downsizing. Initially devastating, right? But this could become an opportunity to discover paths that you might otherwise have missed. Changing to a field you find more rewarding, starting a consulting business, deepening family relationships, or developing a passionate interest you've always put off. It's not good or bad. It's data. It's information. Your job is to decide what to do with it. The practice, the Stoic Pivot. So how do you apply these Stoic principles during times of market chaos? Create a Stoic practice with 3 questions to ask yourself weekly. What market worry is consuming my energy that I absolutely cannot control? What specific financial adjustments can I make this week that are within my control? What potential worst-case scenario should I prepare for now? Today's market chaos can feel permanent when you're in it, but history shows that these downturns are temporary. The market will do what it does, but you'll be too busy working your plan to panic. That's the Stoic difference. The wisdom of mortality. The Stoics understood something profound. The awareness of our mortality gives life its sweetness and urgency. When you're 80, you'll wish you were 60. When you're 60, you'll wish you were 40. When you're 40, you'll wish you were 20. This isn't meant to depress you. It's meant to wake you up to the preciousness of today. The Stoics called this memento mori, remember death. Not to be morbid, but to appreciate the gift of the present moment. These market downturns, they're temporary, but your ability to respond with wisdom instead of panic, that's a skill you'll carry for life. So the next time your portfolio drops and everyone else is panicking, ask yourself, what would a Stoic do right now? Then take a deep breath, pull out your control divide sheet, and turn chaos into your advantage. If you found this approach valuable during these crazy times, hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out on my weekly videos. Remember, what others call disasters, Stoics recognize as advantages. And I want to hear how this shift is working for you. Drop a comment below with one thing you're choosing to control this week.